Says we're live.
Oh yeah, you're
It
live.
says we're live.
Yeah.
Oh lordy.
Let me
I
get.
don't know if people like seeing this or not.
No doubt. Let me find her
Well,
thing.
go ahead. I just in the camera.
It's doing its thing.
I don't see nobody yet.
Where does it tell?
I figured start here. I don't know. I have no idea.
Ah, hey Miss Paula.
Glad to see you came over.
No doubt. You're
Hey,
gonna have to help us. We don't know what we're doing.
yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to make you a moderator, and I don't see how to do it.
My phone is buffering. Well, sure, LOL. We're going to try to figure this out, Paula. Click the,
Three dots.
yeah, by my name, okay? Hey, Kiss My
Oh,
Grass.
three dots by her name. I don't
No,
see.
the three dots up here.
Yeah,
I'm
she said
sorry,
by her
guys.
name.
We hadn't done this before, and we're trying to figure out how to do a moderator.
There we
Okay,
go.
there you go.
That is moderator.
There you go.
Did that turn you blue, Paula? No,
I'm
I'm on a
trying.
laptop.
Yeah, we're on a computer or laptop, but our signal here is not very, very good. We're actually just went and got a thing today to make it improve. My phone is still.
Yeah, Paula's blue now.
Yeah, there you go, Paula. Okay,
Kiss
here we
my
go.
grass. How are y'all doing?
Good evening, everybody. I'm sorry, we're very, very new at this. This is the first time we've ever done this, but it's really good to have y'all here.
We don't know what to say, what to talk about, so if y'all got any ideas, help us out.
Yep. Ours probably ain't gonna be as fun as Jared's because we ain't used to this. We're still a little camera shy.
A little.
Very
I'm
much
very.
so. Here we go. Yeah, we're in on it.
Yep.
Yeah, we're in on it. I
Turn your
need to
volume
turn it
down.
down.
Yep.
There we go. My name is Red, if that's easier. Well, hello, Red. We've watched a couple of your videos, or
Well,
several. He's in blue now. Him and Paula. Thank y'all guys for coming in and letting us get used to doing this.
there it ain't. She needs to
Hey,
be blue.
Annie Ann.
Annie Ann, you should be turning blue.
Y'all going to give us some good practice for our first time.
I just wish I could talk to them where I could hear them too. I
Yeah.
ain't good at reading.
Well, I got the thing here. Everybody's saying, hey, I got to take these off. I can't see my phone with it.
Well, you need to say hey too. I'll make you a moderator. Since Paula learned me how.
There you go. Has it been raining where y'all at? We have got so much rain the past few days. It is so muddy here. I mean, the side by side just slides everywhere. Kiss my grass. I haven't done a live yet.
Well, you
With
might as
two
well join
beagles,
the
it's
game and
hard.
just jump in here.
Yeah,
This is
Annie Ann, I'm in Oklahoma. You are a brave woman. the other day, whenever Jason had that bad storm, I'm telling you, if I'd been there, he honestly would have had to have knocked me out to keep me in that tent, or even there. I can't stand storms. I went through one tornado. I don't know, it's probably been about 20 years ago or so. And now every time a bad storm comes up, I just want to hide my head.
Yeah, I used to be out there in Oklahoma a lot. I trucked for about 30 years. I run from North Carolina to Texas, and well, the company I was with was leased. I was leased on with a company up there in Waterloo, Iowa. So I run pretty much all through every state that you can drive in, plus part of Canada and a little bit of Mexico.
Kiss My Grass says they're side by sides in West Virginia at their folks.
Well, that's where mine just come from, was West Virginia.
Yep, sure is. Paula said she got the same storm that Jason got, and they're always in the path from Nebraska and Oklahoma.
Hmm.
Yeah, Kiss My Grass. I was worried about Jason too, because that was a really bad storm. I kept telling Glenn, "Did you see that lightning? Did you see that lightning flash?" You get Annie Ann said you get used to the live ones. Kiss My Grass. We had a tornado try to form over our home last year here in Virginia. Well, at wasn't it Thanksgiving we was at Mama's, and that we heard all that bad wind, and then our phone started blowing up.
No, that was your brother's birthday party back
Yep,
last April.
in last April. And I'm telling you what, there was a tornado actually come through, and I know that was the wind off of it, because it sounded like it was literally tearing the end of their house off. I mean, it sounded awful. Then everybody's phone starts blowing up, and everybody's like, "What's going on? What's going on?" Paula Wells is in Southwest Missouri.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for an email for that greenhouse when it was going to be delivered. I like that greenhouse.
And I missed this up here. Annie Ann said no rain, and Kiss My Grass said, "Yep, rain and cold." And then Annie Ann down here, I'm in Broken Arrow. We had a tornado here in December the 20th. That's not normal even for Oklahoma. I'm in Tornado Alley. You are really brave. And Paula said it's a nice greenhouse. I can't wait to use it.
I'd have done been in it.
Okay, Kiss My Grass, where are you again? We are in 30 minutes from North Carolina border.
If you coming out of Virginia down 77, we're about 32 miles south of the Virginia border, in a little town called Jonesville. You may have heard of Elkin. We're
Just
Elkin is
across the river.
across the river. We're border to Elkin.
But I know it's been so bad here with all the rain, and I reckon when is it supposed to turn cold tomorrow? Next
The
day?
wind's supposed to come in real bad tomorrow, and then it's supposed to, in front of the cold front, and it's supposed to be cold Saturday. Going to go from about 70 degrees to 39 degrees.
Paula, was you talking to us when you said you've been here? Kiss My Grass says I'm off Route 58. Do you know where that's at?
Da, 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 da.
Paula's been here to Jonesville.
I think where I used to truck, I probably do. Route 58, don't that run across through? I can't think of the name of that town over now. Culpeper.
I used to hire truckers for JB. And Kiss My Grass, it's the old highway. Old Highway 58.
Yeah, okay. I know I've got some friends that lives up in Galax, Virginia.
Stewart area, close to Martinsville.
Oh,
He used to
yeah.
deliver in Stewart
Yep,
all
I
the
used
time.
to deliver up in Stewart. Used to pick up there too and haul out from up there.
Paula Wells says she's smack on Route 66. That's nice.
That's historical there now, ain't it?
Okay, yeah, I'm in that area.
Okay. Well, you ain't far from us, then. You ain't less than an hour drive from you.
Is this as grainy on y'all's end as it looks on our end?
Well, it don't on your phone,
No, it looks pretty decent here.
but the
But
screen on the laptop makes everything look real grainy. I, it's just the camera that's on the laptop. We hadn't ever done this, so we was gonna try it before we tried to
oh, good old
get
boy.
anything.
Good old boy 76 waving a hand from Arkansas.
I need
Hello,
to
good old boy.
I need to make him a moderator. We've been
And Kiss My Grass says it's not grainy. Well, I know we was really worried about it when we first put it on because it looked bad grainy. It's not the worst I've seen. Well, that's good.
yeah.
I know we tried going live one time before and we absolutely could not get it to do nothing. So,
Good old boy 76, you should be blue now.
yep. And we do. I know I've told Paula and Kiss My Grass and Annie Ann, but we really appreciate you joining us because we ain't never done nothing like this before, and we don't really want a whole lot of people in here on our first time. So you're giving us good practice.
Yep. Well, you was worried that we wouldn't even get nobody, and it looks like we've got 9 people in here and 5 thumbs up.
Yep.
So,
Adventures in Bass Fishing with TK Heaven.
hey,
Hello.
glad to get that you come and joined us there.
Paula, thank you. You're just I love your heart. I really love your heart. Thank you.
Doing a
And
great job. Thank you, Annie Ann. It don't feel like it on this end, but we're trying.
yep. Kiss My Grass says, I agree, you're doing great. Well, we really do appreciate it, guys. Because we was really nervous. Whenever he wanted me to put that on there, I was like, he said, what's the matter? I said, I'm getting really nervous now because it's out there.
Well, you've been hollering to try it for a while.
Okay, everybody said just call the Adventures in Bass. Just call me TK. Hello, TK. I'm glad to be here. I'm learning this also. Yeah, it's really hard to do YouTube and especially going live for the first time. And that's one reason I'm glad there's really not a whole lot of people in here because first 500 people in here, I think I just lay over on the couch
I
and
probably
pretend like
passed
I was
out.
asleep. And Kiss My Grass wants everybody to call him Red. So, yes, we will call you Red.
If I can remember it. 'Cause
Don't do many live streams, but I get nervous as well. It's a learning experience. After you do it a few times, I guess it comes real natural. But I know we're still learning on doing the videos and everything because I still get nervous and mess up. Hit the thumbs up, please.
yeah, I know where whatever this is, it's hit me in my knee and elbow has been bothering me so long. That's one of the reasons I haven't got any videos much out lately. I hadn't felt like it.
And Red's a girl. I am
Oh,
sorry.
I'm glad you
I
said it
knew
instead of me.
I knew there was boys. That's the reason I thought maybe it was one of them. I'm sorry. I apologize.
I think I remember that from watching some of their videos.
Yeah,
I do believe I remember that now. Calling her Red.
Red, Travis, and Matt.
Yep.
Yep. And she said, no, it's okay. I just don't have the right plumbing, LOL. That's a good one. I like that.
That's a good way of putting
Yep.
it.
I just twisted my phone. Here we go. This is Glenn, and I'm April. Paula was wanting to know our names. I'm
Okay.
sorry. I guess we should have said that too at the beginning.
Well, most of you just know me as Mr. Lazy.
And good old boy 76, I have two boys also. The oldest is 23 and the other is 18. I bet you're bald.
Well, we don't have no kids. That's all of our animals out here. That's our babies.
Yeah, we raised my brother from uh, pretty much his whole life, but he come to live with us right at the end of the 5th grade, and we raised him through high school, and that was an experience, them teenage years.
Yeah,
Auntie Ann has 3 boys.
her little brother was 18 months old when we met and started dating. So,
Yep, I was 13 when we started dating, and I just turned 50, so. Red said she adopted Matt. That is very nice. We thought about doing that, but he was gone a lot and I was working, and a lot of times I was working 2 jobs, and we really considered it, but I don't know. I got fibromyalgia and I got it pretty young, and when that started hitting, I wasn't like I used to be. So I didn't know if I could handle it or not. So we decided to just put it off. Auntie, let's see, Paula's kids are 28 and 26.
well, we started to adopt your cousins, twins,
Yep,
but we went up there and talked to them, and I realized in a hurry that her grandma that wasn't going to work.
exactly. She loved them 2 little girls, and I
Yeah.
was afraid if we did try to adopt them and help them out, that she would decide that wasn't what she wanted to do.
Hmm.
Money was slim, so Auntie Ann says she started young. Her oldest was 39, the middle 30, and her youngest is 22. Alan is 36, so
Well, the oldest one was about old enough to help a lot by the time you had the last one, wasn't
no doubt. Have you found the goat's bells from a couple of months back? No, we still ain't found her bell. We found the other one. We found hers one time, but the last time she lost it, it's still gone. We ain't found it nowhere, but we actually did buy them some more and still ain't got it put on her yet. But we're going to have babies, guys.
Well, I guess by the end of the week we're gonna own a billy goat too.
Yep. And Red says that the kids are blessings, although some days I want to strangle them. I know that feeling.
Yeah, I do too from raising her.
I hear you. And Coco is doing great. He is so smart, and we're we've taught him to give you howdy and
Sit
sit
down.
down. And the other day we started with high fiving, so he's doing okay with that. We've only done that one day, but he's doing really good with it.
I gotta get him in with the goats or start working him in with the goats, but I've been afraid to the way he likes to chew on my arm. I don't know if them little goat legs can handle it or not.
Yep. Red said she loved our pup. We love him too. I'm telling you, he's actually been wanting a Great Pyrenees for a long time. He's talked about it and talked about it. And on what, a day before Christmas?
2 days, wouldn't it?
Yeah, 2 days before Christmas, our neighbor comes up and says, Merry Christmas, and just hands us the dog. And I was like, You're kidding, right? She said, No. She said, We was really wanting a smaller dog, so if you want this one, you can have it. And we was like, I said, Glenn, come here. But he's been so smart. I mean, we've took him for rides in the car, and I actually checked with her the other day and asked her, had she started, training him to not use the bathroom in the house or anything. Because we went to the store and he started whining, and I told Glenn, I said, you need to get Coco and take him to use the bathroom because I think that's what he's whining about. Glenn said, "Oh, he's all right." Well, I went in the store, and sure enough, he needed to go. So Glenn took him. As soon as he hit the grass, there it was. My phone won't turn. There it goes.
Paula said her oldest one was born in Texas and her youngest one in North Carolina.
Oh, heck. We wouldn't have happened to been at Hugh Chatham Hospital in Elkin, was it? And Paula also lived in Virginia. And Annie Ann said all three of hers was born in Springfield. So your dad and stuff was in the Army, Paula, and you was having to travel a lot? And Red says she's originally from West Virginia. That's where Travis was born as well. I think that's a pretty place. I love Virginia and West Virginia. If I had my choice, I'd be stuck way up in the mountains.
I don't know if you was up there with me in '93 when I come through that blizzard, you wouldn't have wanted to been there. That was some deep snow.
Yeah, I think you went for a good ride on 77, didn't you?
Yeah. You talking
Red,
about when I walked to the store and was coming back?
yeah, where they closed the highway down. You gonna tell them about it?
I just went to the store and got some drinks and snacks and was coming back and I fell down and went sliding by about 10 cars on my back.
And Paula, you've been to Alaska? She said from Alaska and to Europe.
She's done a lot of traveling.
Yeah,
She
I
traveled more than
live
I
there.
have.
Is it as pretty as it looks on TV or as everybody talks like it is? Because I've always wanted to go to Alaska. I don't know if I could handle the, what is it, 3 months of darkness?
Look at there, we got 11 people in here watching us.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, I missed some people. Hello, everybody. We've
I
just been
just
running
looked
our
up there and
mouth. I'm
seen it.
sorry. She says it's even more majestic than it looks on TV. That's awesome. I have always. Oh, look. Red's lived in Japan.
Oh, Lordy.
Yeah, from 8 months to 5 years old. Oh, I bet that. Do you remember any of it? Because I've always thought that was a fascinating place too. I ain't never really wanted to live there, but I wouldn't mind going and visiting.
About the only place I ever wanted to go was Ireland. I don't know why, but
Oh man, most of Auntie Anne's family are pastors or evangelists.
oh heck.
Yeah, that is really sweet. Asia is one continent she hadn't ever been. Paula. Ireland from the beer. Yeah, I hear that's pretty good beer from Ireland. And Red said, I knew Japanese before I knew English. I still know some. That's awesome. I know I was a manager at Wendy's for a long time and then had to step down to just like a shift. But there was a boy that worked with us. He actually spoke 5 different languages. And to just see him and know him, you wouldn't think he was even smart enough to speak English because he wasn't nothing but a big nut. But he would start speaking Japanese and Chinese and Spanish and all this stuff, and you didn't ever know what he was saying.
He probably didn't either.
He probably didn't. That's Philip.
Oh, hell, no, he didn't know what he was talking about.
We stood out there one day and laughed and laughed and laughed at him. He wasn't nothing but a nut. Well, I have to hook up my dad to his dialysis machine for overnight. Y'all have a good night and God bless. Thank you, good old boy. You have a good night and we'll be praying for your dad. And that's
Yes.
awesome that you take good care of him like that because a lot of kids won't.
That's the reason I got out of trucking to help take care of my dad and everything after my mom passed away. So I know what you're going through. And it's a challenge, but I tell you what, after you get to doing it, you'll feel good about yourself.
Oh, TK, that's awesome. night and hugs to Dad. Yes, we send him hugs and prayers
Yep.
too. I took care of my mom after my dad was killed. His mom went and died of leukemia, the best woman that you would ever meet. And after that, we took care of his dad. And Red said her sons took care of her. She was in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
Yep. And that's very special too, especially two boys like that taking care of their mom. That's something that a lot of people. Oh no, Paula said tornado got her dad.
Oh no.
Paula, honey, I'm so sorry. I'm telling you what, on March the 31st, we'd been down at the pig pen all day, and we'd been putting up new fence and fixing the lot, this, that, and the other. And we'd come back up here because the Duke power line people were coming through and cutting the power line trees. And I'd started back down to the pig pen to get some of the tools and stuff up that we'd left down there because I thought it was getting ready to come a storm. Well, Glenn come right down behind me, and it comes such a bad storm, y'all. It was one of those, what is it they call them?
I think it was like a
Micro.
microburst.
Yep. And I'm telling y'all, I thought we was getting a tornado, and we was caught in this little bitty shed behind the pig pen, and I was standing there with my back buried in Glenn's face
No,
and
no, your face buried in my back.
yeah, saying, "Dear Lord, please don't let a tornado come get us. Please don't let a tornado come get us." Yeah, I was so scared. And when the storm was over, we actually couldn't even get back up from the pig pen road. Had to cut and go through the woods and stuff because there was so many trees down. We counted, and there was, I think it was 18 total trees that got blew over, and I think 20 of them where the tops had got spun out of the trees from that storm where it was so bad. And Lord, I was shaking. We was so I got as soon as I come in the door, I called my mom on the phone. Mom, I love you. And Red said I think she had been in one, but still out to make jokes about it.
I know I got caught in one out there in Oklahoma one night in a truck because I was coming down the interstate and I finally made it into a truck stop. And I was after I got stopped, the truck was sitting there laying over so bad I knew it was going to turn over just any time, but somehow it never did.
Oh no, she said her dad was Paula. That's so awful. Said her dad was working at Home Depot the night of the Joplin F5
Hmm.
in 2011. That's awful. I've watched videos on that, and
Uh,
that's
we watched the
so
video
bad.
of that, didn't
Yep, we sure did. I just, I had just, whenever I went through that and at the bank, and it wasn't even that bad. I don't know. It just s- stuck in my heart just how bad, dangerous they were. And we got caught in a storm too up in the mountains one year whenever we was going for an anniversary, and that was some bad severe lightning. And ever since then, I don't like them.
he passed with two children and their dad trying to get them to safety.
Oh,
Sounded like he was a real good man
yep.
trying to help others.
That's what I started to say. It sounds like he went helping other people, and that's all that we can hope for is to be really good like that. And I didn't know that. Oh gosh, Auntie Ann went through a tornado in Springfield, Missouri, and it ripped the roof off their house. That would terrify me so bad. I don't know if I'd ever live through it. I'd probably have a heart attack.
Where was I at that night I was telling you about that and come across the interstate in front of me? That was up there in
I thought it was in.
Indiana. No, that one was up there in Indiana, I think. Yeah, 'cause I just went through Champaign up there. And I'd stopped there in Champaign and got fuel and stuff and then left from there. And As I was getting on the interstate, a truck come by me, and I didn't go just a few miles up the road, and that truck was in the side ditch or out in the field where it blowed him out of the road.
Oh heck,
Yeah, they was still tin and stuff falling around the interstate and stuff when
that
I went through it.
that's awful. Red says my motto is not the ride you got to worry about, it's the sudden stop at the end. Found out the hard way when I decided to be a female Superman.
Yeah, them sudden stops seems to hurt worse than any of the rest of it.
He
Excuse
had,
me, I got some sinus problems going on.
and Paula was talking about her dad and said he got a dozen others to safety, but went back to unlock the door for them and they didn't make it to where everyone survived.
Mm.
I'm so sorry, Paula. Auntie Ann says,
He's
I've
a
been,
hero.
yes, he is. He really is. I've been lucky. One hasn't done any damage here in Oklahoma. I've lived here for 11 years. You know, that was something that I really found amazing whenever we was watching the videos or even listening to Dutch and all them talk about them living there for so many years, and everybody talks about how bad the tornadoes are, and in a lot of places 10, 15 years and they hadn't ever had one. And that blew my mind because I figured as bad as it was, everybody would get them. Have to go now. My daughter just lost her tooth.
Well, there's a new one in their old school with a modern twist. Hello.
Hello, old school. But good night, TK, and good luck with that tooth, and hope the tooth fairy comes. Says I'll check back later and see if you're there. And old school said hello and good evening.
There's another there, Cabin in the Woods. I think I've watched their videos.
Good evening, cabin in the woods. And old school with the modern twist is in Ohio. Have you ever been to Ohio?
A few times.
A few
A
times?
few times.
Anything there you liked? I mean, anything stood out? He used to be a truck driver, guys. He drove a 18-wheeler for like 30 some years. That's the reason I was asking him that question.
they, they, there's some big cities up there that I tried to drive around, but the countryside was pretty.
Annie Ann, you go take care of that pretty little dog. I know how that is. We used to have one in the house, and that was the best little feller. But you go take care of him.
I'd bring this one in, but I wouldn't have nowhere to sit on the couch in a couple more months.
No doubt. That's another thing, Paula. You wouldn't believe we've got a video that we're as soon as he gets done with it, it'll be posted. But you won't believe how much Coco's already growed in just 2 weeks. It blew my mind the other day whenever I was there playing with him and feeding him treats and stuff, and I was like, "Gosh, Glenn, look how much he's grown." And we was going back and looking at the videos and stuff, and it was so wild because he looked so little compared to now. It's just amazing. And he eats a lot, don't he,
Oh
Glenn?
God, yeah.
I think it's a 5-quart
No,
saucepan
that's
that I use to feed him out of.
yeah, but that scoop is about a gallon.
Yeah, and he pretty much eats at least 3/4 of a gallon a day.
No, I think you're getting him pretty close to a gallon now.
Almost. We have 2 beagles and a pom mix. I like beagles and I love Pomeranians. Oops, wrong button. And our cabin in the woods says my dog Willow never leaves my side. He's funny. He won't go far off from us either. He's pretty much right by us all the time, ain't he,
Yeah,
Glenn? But he still he figured out how to get in the side by side by himself.
he's doing better.
He is. He's doing a lot better. He'll at least put his front paws in it now.
It's been about a week now, so he might be able to do it next time.
Oh, old school's got a Yorkie. I've always wanted me a Yorkie. His brother's got one.
That's what I just ordered. Dash ain't that what?
Snickers.
hmm The dog with the big heart. They
Yep.
say his heart's enlarged so bad he can't hardly breathe now.
Yep. Oh my gosh. Red said that Copper the Palm Mix will be 14 next month. We had a dog that we went and had for almost 13 years. We got him when he was 3 months old, and oh, Corky was so special. He was so smart. He would come let us know when he needed to go outside, and he'd get his leash and bring it to me. And if I sat there and pretended to ignore him, he'd actually go get my shoes and bring them to me. He would play dead. He would lay on Glenn's shoulder, and Glenn would say, "Who's your buddy?" He'd lay on his shoulder and just bat his eyes at him. He was awesome, and I'm telling you, whenever that dog passed away, it about killed me. And it's been almost 7 years now, and I still can't hardly talk about him without crying. They are like family. Oh my gosh, Paula's got a dog. She miscalculated his age, and he's almost 17 and a pug. He's coughing these days, so I think his long lived for this world. He's long lived for this world.
Right.
Whenever they start getting sick like that, it's so hard to deal with. I feel for you. I know where I've always wanted a Yorkie and stuff. If it hadn't been up to me, we wouldn't even got Coco. I knew Glenn wanted him really bad, but my heart is still broke over Corky, and I still want to get a dog to go back in the house because I can't stand the thoughts of it.
Well, now you'd been talking for a good while about
I
wanting to get a
have, but
different one too.
I still hadn't
Well,
let
I broke the
myself.
ice,
You sure
or
did.
Karma broke the ice.
Yep. And old school said his was 16. Oh, Corky loved to go for a ride too, our cabin in the woods. He used to, if he would get off
Oh
the
God.
leash or anything, all you had to do is open the truck door and he'd go, well, you had to help him in, but he'd sit in that truck forever with the doors open and wouldn't get out because he always wanted to go for a ride, but he absolutely loved riding.
You call her, do you want to go to Walmart?
Yeah. And that dog was so smart. If I put on my work clothes, because I had to wear a uniform, he wouldn't bother me. But if I put on blue jeans or something else, he knew I was going somewhere else and he'd start tugging on the pant leg, wanting to go with me. He loved to go so many places. I know we was watching Channel 26 public TV, and they was talking about they had actually invented a car for dogs to drive. And I told Glenn, I said, Lord, all Corky'd do is ride by and wave. All we'd ever see was that paw out the window waving because he loved to go everywhere.
He didn't like to ride in the big truck though.
No, that made him nervous.
Loved to ride on the pontoon boat though. Had to watch him out there in the deep water because he'd jump off.
Yeah, he would. He loved the water. Red said that hers walked under, or was her shadow, and would be under her wheelchair and then forgot how to get out.
Sounds like something I'd do.
Old school, you have a good evening too, and thanks for stopping in, guys. And let's see, if she sees me with keys and a camera, she knows she's going. LOL, that was Cabin in the Woods.
Uh-huh.
Well, we've been on here for 40 minutes. Haven't we?
Almost. See, it went by a whole lot faster than you thought it was going to.
It
ain't
really has. It's not as bad as I thought. I thought, Lord, I don't know if I'll get through this or not without passing out.
Thanks for some other good people stopping by and helping us out.
Exactly.
'Cause
Exactly.
it wouldn't happen. I don't think if y'all hadn't came by and came in as quick as you had. Because I don't think I'd have sat here but a couple of minutes and I'd have turned it off.
That's it. Y'all just don't know how much we really appreciate this because it's given us a lot of experience and we've had a lot of fun.
Yes.
And I ain't nowhere near as nervous as I thought I'd be. So maybe we'll do this again pretty soon.
Yeah, she'll be more ready to do it quicker now.
I don't know. I
Well,
like
quicker
it,
than
but
me, because I still don't even like somebody to take my picture, let alone be in front of a video.
well,
But
you doing fine, honey. You doing fine.
yeah, uh-huh. I ain't passed out yet, so I guess so.
Yep, that means a lot. At least we'd give you a good life if he did, right? All we need to stick together. Exactly right.
Yep.
Paula said she jumped as soon as she saw the notification because I knew it was your first. It sure is. It took me a long time before I'd even do myself on any of the videos.
Well, actually, Paul, I looked on Facebook the other day to see if you was on Facebook and couldn't find you because I was going to send you a message telling you that we was going to try this real soon.
Yep. She says, "You're doing great, Mr. L." See, I talk a lot. I'm the big talker, except for whenever I'm feeling bad, and then he's talking, and I'm like, I don't feel like
So that's the
it.
reason you do me like that every time I feel bad, huh?
Yep. Oh,
Mm-hmm. I'm going to get me some earplugs.
she said, I use my married on Facebook, Paula Randall. He said, I see a Paula Randall, and I think that's her, but it's not her name.
Yep, sure did.
He did. He said, I think that's her, but that ain't her name.
I'll have to go back in there and click on friends with you.
And Cabin in the Woods, he said that he wanted to go live, but his wife wouldn't have anything to do with it. And Whispers in the Wind, hey. But it's it's really nerve-wracking your first time, but it's not as bad as you think it is. Whenever people start getting in and you're talking to them, I mean, I never in a million years believed we'd done been on here for 42 minutes. I mean, I just happened to look up at the clock and I was like, oh my gosh, it's actually went by really quick. So tell her if I can do it, she can do it too.
Well, usually she's the one that will jump in front of the camera and everything else, and I usually run behind them. So it ain't as bad as you get your mindset thinking it is. Once you do it, it ain't as bad.
It's not as bad as you think it's going to be. And Paula said, only person in America with two L's in my name. Yeah, it took me a while to get used to spelling your name because I always thought I was misspelling it.
Yeah, the internet wants to say it's wrong too when you try to type in your name.
And Paula said that every first live she'd ever attended, they all said it goes faster than they thought it would. It's really amazed me that we've been on here this long. I mean, I figured maybe 15 or 20 minutes, but it's been almost 45 minutes now. Making a tea, be right back. Well, Whispers in the Wind, make me some green tea too because I'm all but out and I gotta go make me some.
I'll stick with my Dr. Pepper. It's easier to make.
Oh, Big Red, if you'll just or Red, if you'll go ahead and just go live, you'll be nervous, especially the first few minutes, but after people start commenting and talking to you, it's easy. It's almost like being on the telephone.
Well, actually, to me, I believe it was easier going live after I done it than what it was the first two or three videos that we done. Which I guess they probably helped leading up to this, but it's to me it ain't nowhere near as bad as the first videos that we made.
Red said she's drinking Dr. Pepper too. He
Mm.
has to drink the diet stuff though. But he dearly
Yeah,
loves it. That's all he's drunk. And Red, if you'll let us know when you're going live, we'll be there too. We'll help you
no
through
doubt.
it. You helped us through ours, so we'll return the favor.
Yep. Yeah, anybody out there that's gonna go live, you send out notification. If you know how, we don't know how, or we'd have done it. But if we find out, we'll be there.
Paula Lois said she was only lush in the house having her wine. Wine's good for you though in moderation. That don't make you lush. That was good.
It's been so long since I had an alcoholic beverage, I wouldn't know how to react.
Nope, you sure wouldn't. I know last time he went and had some and he got sick from it. He's like, "Why'd you let me do that? I want to die. I want to die." I started feeding him Pepto Bismol.
Oh my God, that's
That was
30
the
years
second time.
ago.
No, that was the second time. I give you Pepto the last time too. He'd get to
That's
feeling
still
better.
30 or 25 years ago.
It was. But he'd get to feeling better from me feeding him the Pepto and he'd go back to drinking and get sick again. That was a long, long,
That's
long
what you're
time
talking
ago.
about being young and dumb.
Yep. Oh no. Red said last time she drank wine, the door facing moved 2 inches to the right and wham. Oh me.
That's a good one.
Oh me, that's funny. That's a good one. That sounds about like something he'd do. Oh me, guys, I'm tired and I gotta go make me some tea. And I really, are you done or are you gonna talk to somebody
As
else?
long as you want to go, we'll go. But if you done, we done, I guess. Cause I'm,
I really want some tea. And it's what? It's after 10 o'clock.
oh Lordy.
Yeah, we got a big day tomorrow. We
Yeah, I
where
got,
he's been sick, we still hadn't got our chickens processed. The chubs, what I call the chubs. And I'm telling you, I bet you they're 25 pounds at least, them chickens. One chicken is 25 pounds.
yeah, they look like short-legged turkeys.
They really do. They really, really do. They look like short-legged turkeys.
But they got so big they can't hardly walk. So we got to get started
Yep,
on them. But tomorrow I got hay and everything to do again tomorrow too,
yep.
and got to move some cows around.
But we got to get them things took care of. She said, "Wow," Paula said, "Wow, that's a big chicken." And everybody's saying good night. Red said she was lightweight, by the way, on drinking.
Oh,
We are now. I mean, I never was a big drinker. He used to drink a right smart whenever he did on the weekends anyway, whenever he was younger. But Lyle, that's been a long time ago because now he'll bend over and stand back up and he's drunk. And I've said, "What you think? You used to have to pay for that. Now you get it for free." He said now he didn't want it. All
well,
right,
thank
guys.
you, American Warrior.
What?
Said,
Oh, he just come
congratulations.
in.
Hmm.
Yes, thank you. We made it through it, and I can't believe we've been on here this long. But we are getting ready to go, guys, to see what we got.
48 minutes.
In a minute and 45 seconds or so, we're going to go ahead and go.
All right, Jared. Do the countdown.
Yeah. Well, just good enough to let everybody know. I figured that's what you're supposed to do, right?
I don't know. I think Jared's the only one I've seen doing that. I was hoping maybe he'd come over, but I guess he had to get ready for work
Yeah, he
tomorrow.
said he was going to have to get ready to go to work tomorrow. But anyway, guys, thank y'all so much for tuning in for our very first experience in live stream, going live. And whenever you decide to do it, Red, we'll be there for you. Cabin in the Woods says next time.
Yeah, maybe next time or before too long, it'll warm up and get pretty outside, and we can do some of these outside where it have a better scenery.
Exactly. And Wonder, you're right. The first one is the hardest. I was telling everybody that whenever we put it out there, we was going live, I was going, he said, "What?" I said, "Lord, I'm nervous now. It's out there. I don't know if I can do it." But it ain't been too bad. This went by in a really fast time. I can't believe
Yeah.
it. So, anyway, y'all have a good night and we love y'all. Love y'all. And thank y'all so much for spending this time with us. And we'll see you again in the
Mm.
next one. Night, y'all.
Good night.